start with this. Leah runs 2 cafes. Nights used to mean lost sleep answering frantic texts from staff who needed last-minute time off. One night she filled the gap, and the next she got called out for unfairly giving the best weekend shift to the same person. Exhausted, she ran a short, human-supervised swap pilot for 10 to 14 days. The result? Fewer nights on call, manager triage time cut roughly in half, and staff satisfaction nudged up. Today, we walk that exact playbook. 60 to 90 minutes to set up, Google Sheets, a shared SMS template, a fairness checklist, and a manager gate that keeps decision power human. Okay, let's get into it.
I love that story because it starts with a real pain point. Last-minute swaps create stress for managers and staff. Our promise this episode is practical. You can run a pilot in under 2 hours of setup time, watch coverage stabilize in 2 weeks, and keep the manager as the decision maker. No heavy tech, no overpromises, just a simple human-first process.
Quick roadmap. We'll cover 3 main topics. 1, what minimal signals and consent we collect. 2, how to build a conservative match and fairness rules with a manager approval gate. 3, what to say when you actually reach out, empathetic messages and well-being flags. Then we'll role-play approvals, share 1 mid-pilot fix, and finish with a 10 to 14-day cadence plus KPIs you can measure. If you like templates, we've put consent language, the fairness checklist, an audit log template, and the SMS copy on the show page.
Let's start with topic 1, signals and consent. What do we actually ask staff to share? Keep it minimal. Availability windows for the period, like Mon 9 to 1, Fry evening, any hard max weekly hours they need, and a cap on consecutive shifts. Also collect role or qualification, barista, grill, supervisor, but nothing more than you need. The key is to avoid oversharing personal data.
Exactly. And add 2 practical steps. 1, an opt-in consent script you read aloud or send so people know it's optional and manager approval is required. 2, redact personal contact info before anyone else sees it. Simple consent line to use: we'll use your availability only to suggest swap matches. Manager approval is required. You can opt out anytime. Read it at staff meetings or include it in the SMS sign-up.
On redaction, keep contacts in a private Google Sheet and share only the availability columns. If you export a roster CSV from your scheduling app, replace phone numbers using a simple find and replace, or regex. Replace any 10-digit pattern with redacted. That protects privacy and reduces the risk of accidental exposure.
Moving into topic 2, match and rules. Think conservative. A match should require role alignment, overlapping availability, and, where sensible, proximity if you manage multiple locations. Don't auto-assign swaps. Generate suggested matches in the sheet and surface a fairness score for the manager to review.
Let me add the fairness rules you must encode. Rotate desirable shifts so the same people don't always get them. Cap consecutive desirable shifts. Cap swaps per person per week. Also, show recent swap counts next to each candidate so the manager can see who's had more than their fair share.
And the manager gate is non-negotiable. The manager sees candidate list, fairness score, and recent swap history, then approves or rejects. This prevents the perception that the system is automating management decisions. Add an audit log row for each action: date, shift ID, requester, responder, fairness score, manager decision, and a short reason.
Here is a simple fairness score example. Start at 100, subtract points for too many recent desirable shifts, subtract for exceeding max swaps, add points for lower recent swap counts. The exact math doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to surface who might be disadvantaged by approving this swap.
Topic 3, messaging and well-being flags. The way you ask matters. Use empathetic language. Hi, I'm covering a shift on 259 and need someone to swap. If you're available, reply yes and your manager will confirm. Always include manager approval in the message and a soft opt-out reminder.
And flags: build automatic checks that highlight when a proposed swap would push someone over max weekly hours, create too many consecutive shifts, or make them the same person always taking desirable weekend shifts. When a flag triggers, escalate to a short script. Manager, this proposed swap creates an hours flag. Recommend a manual check before approval.
Time for a quick role play so listeners hear how approvals and messages can feel human. I'll play Leah, the owner, summarizing the scenario. And Sarah, will you be the frontline barista Maya who's requesting the swap?
Sure, as Maya. Hey, Leah, I've got a family thing Saturday night. I can swap with someone for my 6 to 10 shift if someone's available. I'm available Friday evening or Sunday morning as trade. Thanks for checking.
Thanks, Maya. I posted your request to the swap sheet and included your availability. Manager note, Maya's request keeps her under max hours, but she's had 2 recent weekend swaps. I'll look at fairness score and see if rotation rules suggest offering it to someone else first.
Totally understood. I appreciate you checking the rotation. If that blocks it, I can wait until next week. That short exchange keeps trust because the manager explains the decision criteria, not just a yes or no.
Panel practicals, quick round. I'll share one friction I often see. Managers get overloaded triaging swap requests individually and can't scale. My mid-pilot fix? Batch reviews twice a day. Collect requests in a sheet and approve in 2 20-minute windows. That dropped triage time dramatically in Leah's Cafe.
My friction. Employees feel like the system is surveillance if we show raw contact info or swap counts without context. Mid-pilot fix? Publish the fairness checklist before launch and include the opt-in consent at sign-up. Transparency reduces suspicion and increases buy-in.
Okay, pilot cadence, KPIs and measurement. Run this for 10 to 14 days. Capture a 2-week baseline for manager triage time. Use a simple timer or time log. Targets: reduce manager triage time by 50%, hit a swap fill rate of at least 80% within 24 hours, and lift your staff pulse survey by roughly 10 points. Stop-go rules. If fairness complaints spike or swap fill rate stays below 50% after a full week, pause and adjust rules.
A few measurement tips. Log each triage event with start and end time, track which matches were manager approved versus manager rejected, and run a quick anonymous pulse survey at day 0 and day 14. This gives you both operational and emotional signals.
Before we wrap, quick safety checklist tied to risks. If your matching concentrates desirable shifts, tighten rotation caps and show recent swap counts. If staff worry about surveillance, require explicit opt-in and keep manager approval mandatory. If roster exports might expose PII, redact phone numbers and only share availability columns. These mitigations protect trust and privacy.
Final practical note. Set clear retention for your audit log. Keep entries for a short, defined period, like 90 days, and let staff know where the log is stored and who can see it. That transparency completes the loop.
Wrap up. You can set up this pilot in 60 to 90 minutes. Start small. Export roster, import to Google Sheets, add availability columns, paste our SMS template, and run 2 daily manager review windows. Download the templates, consent language, fairness checklist, and the audit log from the episode page to hit the ground running.
And one cliffhanger before we go. In the next episode, we'll look at when and how to safely introduce a lightweight automation helper that suggests matches but still keeps the manager decision in the loop. It's a measured step towards scaling the pilot without eroding trust.
Thanks for listening. Remember, small, human-first experiments often beat big, automated overhauls. Okay, visit our show page to grab the assets and run the 10 to 14-day pilot this week. We'll see you next time.